The other kids have already made up their minds about him. They pull aside and whisper that one of them is a freak, and you can see him standing apart, locked inside his own head. He is not good at speaking. The images he sees never turn into the right words. Even the school counselor and a patient older man cannot quite reach him. They talk, they wait, they try to pull the words out. He stays quiet, still searching for a way to make the pictures in his mind mean something to anyone else. Then the ball appears. Kids on a scrappy pitch, arguing and laughing and living completely inside the game. Watch his face change as he stares. For the first time, the images in his head have somewhere to go. He wants to play soccer. What do I do with this feeling? His hands come up like the answer is right there if he can just grab it. And when contact finally happens, you see it land on him in real time. It is a miracle. He did it. The ball is his, and everyone on the pitch feels the shift. Here's the thing nobody saw coming. This quiet kid has a photographic memory. One look at a move, and he can pull it straight out of his head and onto the grass. Now the whole game lights up for him. He sees the angles, the runs, the spaces before they open. Mid play, he actually stops and asks the only question that matters: what is this feeling? I want to play soccer. That is the entire thought, clean and simple. He stands at the edge of the field, staring at the goal like it is the only door that has ever made sense. The real breakthrough does not happen in a tidy match. It happens with stray dogs and a loose ball in the dirt. He throws himself into the chaos with them, and suddenly, soccer is nothing but pure, messy joy. For the first time, the game feels like flying. A clear ball at his feet, and everything else drops away. Playing with those dogs, he realizes the truth that changes everything. He has been around soccer forever and never once felt it like this. Let's play. He crashes straight into games with the other kids at full speed. Passes flying, bodies moving, the beautiful uneven chaos of kids who just love chasing the ball. He takes a hit and keeps going. The challenges come in hard, but he meets every single one of them. This is exactly how the game is supposed to feel: raw, physical, and completely alive. I'm going to play soccer. He says it like a vow, and then he proves it, driving forward with the ball glued to his feet. No more watching from the outside. The game finally belongs to him. The strike goes in, and the whole place erupts. Kids swarm him, shouting to let them join the team, calling him amazing. Everyone suddenly wants to play with the miracle boy who appeared out of nowhere, and this is only the start of what he can do. We're dropping straight back onto the pitch with these kids, and the energy is already high. One of them is getting a firm push to try out, no excuses, and you can tell this isn't just casual talk. Then the game itself takes over, and everything gets loud and messy in the best way. Bodies are flying everywhere. A hard challenge goes in, the ball squirts loose, and suddenly a keeper is stretching full length across the goal mouth. Nobody out here looks polished, but every single one of them is completely consumed by the play. They're still arguing about markings even while the ball is live. One kid is supposed to pick up the guy on the right, yet that same attacker keeps blowing right past him. You can see the frustration and the fire building at the same time. Look at this kid's face when he finally gets the ball under control. Pure determination. The keeper sets himself, the pitch opens up for a split second, and you just know something is about to change. He does it. The smile that breaks across his face says everything. I did it! Then, almost immediately, he's calling out the next challenge, telling the defender to watch him, because once is never enough when the game feels this good. If that's how they want to play it, then he's going straight through them. A huge swing of the leg sends the ball rocketing forward, and the entire defense has to scramble. This is the moment the match tilts. He lets the shot go with everything he has. The cry rips out of him the second the ball leaves his foot. I scored! You feel the release in every line of that panel. The keeper dives full stretch, but it's already too late. The net bulges and the celebration explodes. He scored! The whole group collapses into pure chaos and joy right there on the pitch. Everyone is piled together, laughing and shouting. Another kid is right in the middle of it, yelling that he did it too. When the game feels like this, the smiles just won't stay off their faces. The match keeps rolling with more challenges and more scrapes for the ball. But there's a quiet but hanging over everything as they start to realize something bigger is happening out here than just winning or losing. They're asking what kind of soccer this even is, and then it lands on him completely. The grin spreads ear to ear as the truth hits. Soccer is fun. That single feeling is going to change everything. The chapter pulls back and tells us exactly what we're watching. This is the story of an extraordinary soccer player, a true champione, and how he becomes one. After a day like this on the pitch, you already believe every word of it. Chapter 2 opens with the kids still riding that first high from the ball. They're out on the streets, bags over shoulders, and you can already see it in the way they move. Soccer has its claws in them, and none of them want to shake it loose. They grab a ball, and the chaos starts immediately. One kid traps it, another launches a wild volley, and suddenly the whole group is laughing and sprinting like the rest of the world just vanished. Then one of them steps forward with total fire in his eyes. I'll rent it, he declares. He's not letting this end on some random patch of concrete. They're getting a real pitch. The game kicks off proper and it is gloriously messy. Kids everywhere, the ball bouncing wild, arguments about who marks who, and every single one of them completely locked in. Watch this kid get on the ball. He drives forward with zero hesitation, the defenders scramble, and he winds up for a strike that makes the whole pitch freeze. The shot rockets through, pure contact, and the net bulges. He did it. That first real goal lands on his face like a lightning bolt, and the celebration is instant chaos. There's no cooling off. Another chance drops and he goes airborne for it, connecting clean. The grin that follows says everything. This isn't just a game anymore. Even the pauses between plays crackle with energy. They're replaying every touch, talking over each other, and one of them finally just shouts it out loud. It's so much fun. Back on the ball, and something has clicked. You'll never catch this. The ball is mine. He skips past a defender like the move was always waiting inside him. He shapes up and smashes a shot that screams into the net. Goal again. The whole group erupts, and he's right in the middle of it, yelling that they have to keep playing. Look at that face when it finally sinks in. The sweat, the fire, the pure disbelief turning into something permanent. He sits there afterward and admits he can't take how good this feels. He wants to play soccer forever. And deeper than that, he wants to keep the ball and win against that one guy who still looks untouchable. The whole chapter opens with everything on the line. Two kids stare each other down, and the next point is going to decide it all. You can feel the air get tight before the ball even moves. One of them launches into a full body slam challenge just to rip the ball away. When you leave your feet like that, you are completely exposed, and everybody on the pitch knows it. The ball becomes a complete free for all. Feet fly, bodies crash, and nobody is willing to give even an inch on this scrappy little field. Cut away for a second, and you catch one kid alone with the weight of a choice. He looks at the ball, looks at the sky, and quietly decides. That single decision is about to change how he plays forever. Back in the match, he plants his foot like the ground itself owes him something. He will not give up. You can see the refusal written all over his face as he drives forward. The ball rockets toward goal, and suddenly everyone is airborne. It is pure chaos, pure heart, and the kind of messy moment that only happens when kids are completely lost in the game. And then it happens. I did it. The smile that explodes across his face is the exact second soccer stops being just a game and becomes the thing he loves. The final whistle might as well not exist. Nobody wants to stop. They are already talking about playing more, about becoming friends, about keeping this feeling going as long as they can. Even the quieter conversations carry that same spark. Don't worry about it, one of them says, but you can already tell something bigger than one match is starting between these kids. Then the mood snaps sharp again. I will stop you. The two who possess the same power. Could you change me? This is no longer just about today's game. They stand side by side in the number 9 and 10 jerseys with the trophy right there in front of them. We will meet again on the pitch, and you just know the next time these two collide, the whole story is going to get a lot bigger. Open observation day hits, and the air around the pitch already feels electric. These kids aren't polished prospects, they're just hopefuls who heard soccer is fun and showed up to find out for themselves. Listen to them talk over each other. Every single one of them wants on that ball right now. The turnout keeps swelling until the place is packed. Groups start forming on the spot, and Group 3 is right in the thick of it, half buzzing with nerves, half already pretending they belong on a real team. Numbers go on backs, and the chatter turns serious. This is the day someone decides who makes the squad. One quieter kid adjusts his glasses while the others lean forward like the whistle could blow any second. Right in the middle of all that tension, two boys share a small, solid moment, a quick thank you and a grin that already feels like teamwork. Those tiny sparks are how strangers start becoming a side that actually fights for each other. Coach steps in with that calm stare behind the glasses and keeps it simple. No long speeches. He just wants to see who lights up when the ball is at their feet and who still has fire when the play turns messy. Group 4 takes the grass, and suddenly it is game on. The shape is rough, the touches are heavy, but the hunger is real. Exactly the scrappy, uneven soccer this whole story lives for. Then one kid latches onto the ball, and the whole pitch tilts toward him. He drives forward with pure instinct, defenders scrambling, and for a second you forget this is only observation day. Play stretches end to end in a beautiful blur of runs and challenges. Coach never looks away, clocking every choice: the safe pass, the greedy dribble, the sudden spark when somebody tries something nobody saw coming. That is when Coach pulls one player up short with words that cut straight through the noise. Keep playing like a lone wolf, and you will be all alone forever. Stay stuck like this, and the game simply moves on without you. You can see the message land in real time. Back on the ball, the kid is still fighting, but now there is a quick exchange with a teammate between plays. Do not overthink it, just move. The gears are turning. And then the chapter slams into pure chaos, a desperate challenge, bodies flying, that huge woof as someone hits the ground. And just like that, observation day stops being a quiet tryout and becomes a moment none of them will forget. Episode 5 is called Woods, and it drops us straight onto a scrappy local pitch where the kids are already flying. You can feel how much this match matters just from the way they chase every loose ball. One kid explodes past a defender with a clean whoosh, and the poor marker ends up on the ground. Suddenly, the whole field is pure chaos in the best way: feet flying, eyes wide, nobody polished, and everybody hungry. The reactions keep coming in real time: shouts, lunges, that beautiful, messy scramble of kids who are still learning what their own bodies can do with a ball at their feet. Catch the faces in the middle of it all. One kid is lit up with pure delight, the other is locked in with that quiet, serious fire. You can already tell these two are becoming the heartbeat of the team. Back into the thick of it, bodies crash together, the ball gets contested hard, and somebody goes down with a solid oof while number 10 fights like crazy to keep possession. Nobody is giving an inch out here. Right in the middle of the storm, a player freezes for half a second and asks himself what he should even do next. That tiny hesitation is everything at this level. Decisions have to happen at full speed, and half the time they still go wrong. And then it lands, right there on the pitch, with the game swirling around him. The simplest truth hits like a perfect strike. Soccer really is fun. You can feel the entire mood of the chapter shift on that one realization. The play does not slow down for anyone. A heavy dawn of a challenge rings out. Then number 10 is driving forward again with the ball stuck to his feet like he just remembered exactly why he loves this game. But cut away from the highlight reel, and we get the other side of the coin. Woods is trapped in his own head, replaying every time he has failed when the moment mattered most. He has worked so hard for this, and the crucial chances still keep slipping away. He opens up to the woman beside him and admits the quiet truth: he never even found the game that interesting at the beginning. He does not hate it, he just cannot seem to become the player he wants to be when everything is on the line. Then something finally clicks into place. Woods looks up and says he understands. There is a mystery in the way people move and speak through the ball, and the real beauty of soccer is chasing what the other person is trying to say without ever using words. But understanding is only the first step. Living it is something else entirely. The chapter slams us straight back into the match with kids throwing everything they have into the next 50-50 ball. We close tight on a player's face locked onto the ball like it is the only thing left in the world. Whatever Woods just figured out, the game is about to test it for real. You do not want to miss what happens next. Chapter 6 opens with pure chaos and pure joy. Someone just launched into an overhead kick in the middle of a scrappy kids match, and the entire pitch freezes like the world hit pause. The ball rockets off that bicycle kick, and every head snaps toward it. Kids are yelling, pointing, completely stunned that a move like that just happened on their little local field. The reactions keep rolling in. Some of them call it unrealistic, others just stare with their mouths open, and you can already feel how that one flashy moment is rewriting what these kids think is possible. Cut to the quieter faces on the sideline of the play. One boy with glasses looks completely flustered, like the kick landed somewhere deeper than just the grass. He mutters, not to make fun of him, but you can tell something is already shifting. The whistle might as well not exist because the game never really stops. The ball is live again, kids are sprinting into space, and the whole messy, beautiful scramble of youth soccer kicks right back up. Now the pace turns sharp. Challenges fly in early, someone is screaming about the other team's timing, and every touch feels like it could tip the whole match. Bodies lean into every duel. A loose ball sparks another scramble, and suddenly half the squad is arguing over who marks who while still chasing the same bouncing prize. One kid finally clamps onto possession and the shout goes up. He has it. Instantly, a defender comes flying in and he has to dodge hard just to keep the ball alive. The challenge sends players tumbling across the dirt, but nobody stays down longer than a second. This is the raw, scraped knee heart of the game they all love. When the dust settles for a breath, two of the boys catch a moment together. The one with the glasses is still turning that overhead kick over in his head, quiet and intense. Then a girl with pigtails explodes into the frame, eyes locked on the ball like it already belongs to her. She claims it with zero hesitation and pure fire. And right there, you see it land on the glasses kid's face. He is challenging himself now, gripping the moment, wondering out loud if something inside him is finally about to change. Chapter 7 opens on pure team warmth. The whole squad crammed into the classroom for lunch, trays everywhere, everyone talking over each other. For a second, soccer can wait, because just sitting together like this already feels like winning. The chatter spills straight out onto the pitch. One moment they're still laughing about lunch, the next the ball is live and the whole messy, beautiful game is back on. And then the shout cuts through everything. He has the ball and he is dribbling. The kid just takes off, head up, feet flying, turning a quiet afternoon into something electric. Off to the side, a dog is losing its mind barking, and one of the kids freezes mid thought. No one is looking at me. In that tiny pocket of space, he suddenly feels invisible and free. Back on the grass, the play snaps tight, bodies lean, the ball skips free, and someone lets out a sharp little ah as the whole shape of the attack changes in a single touch. The glasses kid is on fire now, shouting it like a revelation, something like, "Failure is not scary." He drives forward with the ball glued to his feet, every step louder than the last. You can see the thought land on his face in real time. The fear that used to freeze him is suddenly just another defender he can beat. Even the older guy watching from the side feels it. That rush when the ball becomes part of you, when the game stops being something you play and starts being something you are. The whole team surges with him. Numbers flash past, balance shifts, and for a second, every kid on that pitch is thinking the exact same thing. Keep going. Jersey number 10 is flying. The touchline is screaming at him to stay calm, but his whole body answers the only way it knows how. I can't afford to lose. He explodes forward, the ball dancing, defenders scrambling, the entire match tilting on whatever he does next. One perfect touch, eyes locked. The whole chapter has been building to this exact stride, and whatever happens the second that ball leaves his foot is going to change everything. Chapter 8 opens on pure fire. This kid is already staring down a 10-year dream. Japanese national team, World Cup stage, the whole thing. Soccer isn't a hobby for him anymore. It's the future he refuses to let go of. We cut straight to the pitch, and Rio has the ball at his feet. The game is already humming. Every kid out here is locked in, and the lead point is right there for the taking. One of them shouts it from the heart. He does not want to lose. You can feel that same stubborn fire rippling through the whole squad as they press forward. But the shape of the play is brutal. Everyone is marked. There is no free man, no easy outlet. The defense has them smothered, and the spaces are vanishing fast. Still, they keep fighting for every blade of grass. Bodies collide, feet stretch, the ball squirts loose and gets won back again. This is the messy, breathless chaos that makes the game addictive. The challenge gets thrown down clear as day. Try touching them, pure confidence, daring the markers to even get a foot in. They are solving it on the fly. If the defenders try to circle around, there is still a lane. Number five's hands are full, but his eyes never leave the next touch. Then he just goes for it. If I do this, he throws his whole body into the move and the ball explodes forward with him. He is using the momentum of the challenge itself as an accelerator, turning their pressure into his own speed. Number 5 is inventing the play in real time, and it is beautiful. And right there in the scramble, it finally clicks for him. Soccer is about moving the ball, reaction time, connecting the dots before anyone else sees them. I can converse with everyone. The ball stops being just a ball. It becomes the language that lets him talk to the entire team at once. This is the exact second the game opens up inside his chest. Even the old man watching from the side sees the shift, a chance for victory while escaping defeat. Something real just changed on this pitch, and the next chapter is going to ride that new fire all the way. The pitch is already chaos, and every kid out there is fully locked in. One loose touch, 1 second of hesitation, and the whole match can flip on its head. Right in the middle of the scramble, one of them finally gets it. She encouraged him straight into a huge mistake, and the panic on his face says he knows exactly how bad it could cost them. No time to freeze, though. The ball is loose, the keeper is already diving, and half the team is screaming for him to wait. He sees the gap anyway. That look in his eyes is pure fire. He is not waiting, not even a little. Someone is left wide open on the far side, and he spots it instantly. No fancy setup, no extra touch. He just decides to push it in as is and lets the shot fly. It bulges the net. The whole squad explodes. One scrappy, fearless finish, and suddenly this underdog side is right back in the fight. Now the ball is at his feet again, and he is dancing with it. Little taps that leave defenders grasping at air. Out here, he can do whatever he wants with the ball, and everyone can feel it. Even the adults in the stands are stunned. These kids are flying around a muddy local pitch like the World Cup is on the line, playing pure soccer for the fun of it, and it is impossible to look away. For one of them, it runs deeper than the score. Even after everything that happened, even after meeting the rival who turned his world upside down, his heart will not quiet down. He still wants to play. And it is not just him. The whole team feels that same spark. One thunderous strike sends the ball screaming up the field, and the chase is alive all over again. You can read it on every face now. Who started this match barely matters anymore. All he knows is he does not want to lose to the person standing across from him. Another shot rips into the net, and the momentum becomes a living thing. It makes every single one of them want to chase the next play with everything they have, and this game is nowhere near finished. The ball hits the back of the net, and the whole pitch erupts. One moment of pure connection, and suddenly it is 1-0, the kind of goal that makes every kid on the field remember exactly why they lace up. But while the crowd is still cheering, number three is stuck in his own head. Every pass he has tried today has gone nowhere, and the frustration is written all over his face as he asks the only question that matters right now: why? The scoreboard keeps moving. By the time anyone catches their breath, it is already 5-2, and the game has turned into something raw and uneven, exactly the kind of messy local match where anything can still happen. Out on the grass, a player takes off with the ball at his feet, cutting past a challenge like the pitch belongs to him alone. You can feel the whole team trying to adjust on the fly, voices overlapping, markings getting scrambled. The conversation spills off the field for a second. An older voice cuts through the noise, calm and steady, while the kids around him are still buzzing from the last sequence. Someone has to make sense of what they are seeing. Then it clicks. All that bottled up feeling finally converts into something useful, and the player staring at the ball understands the problem in a brand new way. That runner on the other side is simply a different kind of engine, and it is driving everyone crazy. He takes off again, chasing space, while the rest of the squad watches the shape of the play change in real time. You can see the idea forming across their faces before anyone even says it out loud. Inside his chest, the words are already building. He does not know the technique, does not know the right terms, does not know anything polished yet, but the want is louder than the doubt. And then he just shouts it, full voice, no filter, right there on the pitch. Please teach me. The purest request a kid who has fallen in love with the game can make. The whole group lights up, laughter, surprise, that electric little spark when everyone realizes they are suddenly part of the same obsession. Amazing is the only word that fits. But look at the goalkeeper. Number one is locked in, eyes sharp, already bracing for whatever comes next. The request has been made, now the real teaching and the real match are about to begin. Selection day hits, and the whole squad is already a tangled pile of limbs and laughter before anyone has even touched a ball. This is pure Campione energy. Kids who cannot wait to compete, stacked on top of each other like the match already started in their heads. They peel apart, and the chatter starts immediately. One kid is already yelling that he is getting warmed up while the rest bounce on their toes, the ball sitting right there in the middle of the circle like it is daring someone to kick it first. Then the structure of the day drops. Top team, second team, the whole ladder laid out clear. You can see every kid quietly measuring themselves against the ranking, wondering where they are about to land. The talk keeps rolling, and the idea that changes everything finally lands. Suddenly, the kids in the numbered jerseys are lined up listening, and one of them just goes, "Eh?" Like he cannot believe what he just heard. And that is when the blonde kid's face lights up like someone flipped a switch. That sounds fun! He is all in instantly. Beside him, the glasses kid looks ready to explode with the same spark. This is the exact second the selection stops feeling like a test and starts feeling like a game they cannot wait to play. No more standing around. They hit the street as a pack, ball bouncing between them, city noise all around, heading somewhere with real purpose written all over their faces. Then the word appears huge and bold right across the page: Dios. The blonde kid owns it completely, saying he wrote it his own way. Whatever this challenge is, he just put his signature on it. Street pitch. No lines, no refs, just kids and a ball and pure chaos. They are already flying into challenges, the kind of messy, beautiful soccer that only happens when nobody is watching and everyone still cares with their whole chest. The play gets physical fast. Bodies crash, the ball ricochets. Number 5 is right in the middle of the scrum. You can almost hear the shouts and the scrape of shoes on asphalt. This is selection the hard way. Cut to the faces. Focused, breathing hard, every single one of them locked in like the next touch decides everything. You can feel how much this suddenly matters. And the chapter closes on the blonde kid staring straight ahead with that quiet fire in his eyes. Selection are such things. Whatever test is coming next, these kids just proved they are ready to meet it head on. The whole chapter opens on this thick, almost nervous quiet. The kids are just sitting there on the sidelines, barely moving, like the air itself is waiting for somebody to blink first. You can feel how much the next few minutes already matter to every single one of them. Two of them finally lock eyes and the silence cracks. Whatever was holding everyone back starts to loosen as the rest of the squad filters out onto the pitch, numbers on their backs, still figuring out who stands where. Now the chatter kicks in for real. Hands are pointing, voices overlap, and you get that classic youth soccer chaos where half the team is still negotiating marks while the other half just wants the ball at their feet. They pull into a tight little cluster, and one kid just erupts. That wide open shout is pure fire. He is done waiting around, and the whole group feels it land. He steps onto the ball with that look that says the decision is already made. The keeper is watching from the box. The field suddenly feels smaller, and this attack is about to become personal. Teammates flood forward with him. The ball is moving, defenders are scrambling to pick up runners, and every kid on the sideline is leaning in because this chance feels different from the ones before. Then he hits it. The contact is ridiculous. That huge DARU sound effect tells you everything, and the ball leaves his foot like it has a grudge. It rockets through the air, trailing those sharp SAMANS speed lines. Nobody on the pitch is breathing right while that shot hangs there, pure venom heading straight for the goal. Number 3 is right in the middle of the chaos as the ball drops. The keeper's eyes go huge, whoa, and you know this is the exact frame where the whole match tips. The keeper launches full stretch, every muscle screaming, "I'm stopping this." Fingers stretch, body flies sideways, pure last ditch heart trying to keep the ball out of the net. But the shot is simply too clean. Goal! The net bulges, the celebration detonates, and that one thunderous strike just rewrote the entire afternoon. These kids came to play, and now everybody on that pitch knows soccer really is fun, and the next chapter is going to answer just how far this momentum can carry them. The whistle is still ringing in the air, and Tayu Subaraya is already losing his mind on the touchline, jabbing a finger at the pitch like he can will the next play into existence. These kids are right in the middle of a messy, full throttle scrap, and every single one of them looks like they would rather be nowhere else on earth. The ball is bouncing all over the place and nobody is giving an inch. You can see the whole squad shouting instructions over each other, half of them still figuring out who is marking who, and it is pure chaos in the best possible way. Suddenly, the tempo explodes. Bodies fly in from every angle, studs scraping the dirt, and the ball is getting hammered from one end of the pitch to the other like it owes somebody money. One kid locks onto the ball with this wild, wide eyed stare and just commits. No hesitation, no second thought. He is going through whoever is in front of him. Kazuma Hashimoto reads it perfectly and throws himself full length across the grass. That is not a polished professional dive. That is a kid who refuses to let the ball get past him. Pure heart and timing. The ball still squirts free and heads toward goal. For a second, it looks like it is going to nestle in the net, and the whole pitch holds its breath. Yoshiki Nakajima is right there, talking, organizing, already resetting the shape before the ball even stops rolling. You can see the leadership kicking in even while everyone else is still catching their breath. The counter is on. Number 3 collects it in space, and suddenly the entire field opens up in front of him. His first touch is clean, his head is up, and you can feel the whole match tilting on this one run. Look at his face. That is not a kid hoping something good happens. That is a kid who just decided he is going to make something happen right now on this dusty pitch. Haruki Wendu is tracking back hard, voice cutting across the field, trying to close the gap before it is too late. The chase is on, and both of them know exactly how much this moment is worth. Number 3 drops his shoulder, steadies the ball, and the words come out quiet but absolute. In that case, I will. Whatever he is about to try, the entire chapter has been building to this single touch. The match is already burning hot when we drop back in, kids flying around a scrappy pitch like the whole world is just this ball and these few yards of dirt. Number 3 has it at his feet, and you can see it in his eyes. This is not just another game to him. He swears he will never forget this day for as long as he lives. The determination is pure fire. After everything that led him here, soccer has already sunk its claws in deep. Teammates shout, defenders close in, and the whole chaotic joy of mixed school soccer is on full display. Then that single bold kanji hits the page like a heartbeat, life itself poured into every touch. Number 3 keeps driving forward, the ball glued to him while the other side scrambles to figure out who even marks whom. Positions are a mess, skill levels all over the place, and somehow that only makes it more electric. He surges into space with that light-haired focus locked on the goal. You can feel the whole pitch holding its breath as he closes the distance, every stride screaming that something big is coming. A big defender plants himself right in the path, and everyone, including the keeper, is certain the shot is about to rip. Number 3 shapes up like he is going to blast it. But he is not shooting. The entire defense freezes for half a second in pure disbelief while Genki Yuga and Genki Kazama can only watch the play unfold past them. That tiny hesitation is all he needs. He has spotted a lane almost nobody else on the field could even imagine, and in one clean touch, the chance is gone before the keeper can react. The ball finds the back of the net, and the realization crashes over everyone at once. He saw a chance that almost no one else could see, and just like that, the whole match tilts. On the field afterward, the three of them stand together. Nobuyuki Ishiguka, Koichi Yuga still catching his breath in the number 3 shirt, and Genki Kazama staring like the world just shifted under his feet. Genki Kazama's eyes go wide as the truth lands. He knew it all along. This is not just one scrappy match anymore. The whole championship suddenly feels wide open, and these kids are right in the middle of it. Chapter 15 drops us straight onto the pitch with one question burning across the page. Can he actually run past them with that hand? This kid in the number 3 shirt is locked in, and the whole chapter is about whether he can turn himself into the demon of Daiseiko right here, right now. Meet the pieces on the board. Kazama Genki is the spark they keep talking about, the one who lives for the dribble tag. Around him, you've got Yusa Koichi, Ishigaki Noriyuki, and Utsu Bo, all of them still figuring out how hard they can push each other before the game swallows them whole. The formation sketch makes it clear nobody is hiding. Captain's mark is set, the lanes are drawn, and every kid on this scrappy pitch already knows the next 30 seconds are going to decide who eats and who gets left behind. Whistle energy hits and bodies explode forward. You can feel the grass tearing under their boots as the first real challenge lights up and the whole match suddenly becomes about who wants the ball more. Genki drops his center of gravity like the ball is glued to his foot, low, tight, almost crawling with it, and the defender lunging in already knows he's half a step too late. The chase is on. Number 10 and number 9 are flying in from both sides, but Genki keeps the ball dancing just out of reach, turning their speed against them, while the rest of the pitch holds its breath. Then that look hits his face. Pure predator. The panel even gives him the tiger aura because that's exactly how it feels when a kid who was just playing around suddenly decides the game belongs to him. He says it out loud so nobody can pretend they didn't hear. He came here to win, and he's going to do it in the very last second if he has to. That single line flips the entire temperature of the match. Bodies collide in mid-air for the 50-50. Boots, shoulders, pure stubbornness. Neither side is giving an inch, and the ball is still bouncing like it hasn't chosen a winner yet. Face to face now, inches apart, both of them wearing that same wild grin. This is no longer just a tackle. This is two kids daring each other to blink first while the whole team watches. The impact lands hard enough to rattle teeth. For a second, everything freezes, and you can see the rest of the squad realizing the old loose marking plan just was no more on contact. And then comes the call that changes everything. Everyone start marking me loosely. Genki is inviting the pressure on purpose, daring the entire defense to come get him, and you already know the next chapter is going to explode the second they take that bait.